Oh crap, I forgot to mute my audio. Alright, I gotta stop it there because I gotta start stream. Dude, the freaking music that's on freaking YouTube's like audio library is amazing. Just the people that submit crap onto there is awesome. Anyway, welcome back! Or welcome! However you wish to see this. I haven't touched the game since last time. I still have yet to actually draw the, like, thumbnails for the previous, like, couple of streams. But I'll go ahead and draw them eventually, very soon. Probably after stream, or the day after. I don't know. Depends on which, like, day I feel like drawing. Anyway, welcome back. Last time we left off, we were left off with male Envor. I don't know. Omnivore. There we go. I swear I can't pronounce the name right ever. But apparently we went into freaking, was it Asgard, I think it was? And we were apparently playing as Odin? I don't remember. But apparently we're supposed to be dreaming or be taking LSD to basically think that, hey, we're a god and we're fighting with other gods and reenacting the situation that the god went through. But I don't know. And apparently we went from female to male in this one. I don't know why, but we did. I did try getting a good look at the face. However, I really do not know if this is just our character being male, or if it's just the thing being what it wants to be. Because I looked over here, and if you look at the face, you can see there's a scar, and then you got, like, eyeshadow for the male. And you look at him a little bit closer, you don't see that much eyeshadow, but you can see a bit of the scar right about there. If he actually gets in a view. Right there you can see the scar. Oh, you can also see some clipping. Ew. Anyway. But I don't know if that's just automatic, because we're playing inside frickin'... I don't know, at this point I'm just gonna start calling it Russia because I can. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Let's just continue the story. We just went ahead, we passed the frickin' bridge, fought, shut the door, came back, and are basically going to reach the well. Because that door is apparently going to get built to be blocked off by a wall by a builder that's unknown to anyone, even himself. And he's supposedly going to build a wall that's going to keep that thing shut for all of, I don't know, eternity? I mean, maybe a couple of eternities. Anyway. Just move on over. I don't know if I did this on stream, but I did look at how far the thing was to see if I could do the frickin' fast travel just straight over to the quest, but no, it's quite a long ways. What is this? Oh, good thing to read. Except I don't read. Can I jump in this? Yeah, I can. I don't know why I wouldn't. How barbarian of me to just jump in so frivolously. 600 meters. There's probably no faster way other than just running. I mean, there probably is a fast travel point, but it's probably unlisted for us, as we were meant to not fast travel. We're just supposed to be running. Oh, that's a cool looking area. It's just a little area. Just chill. Oh, hey, no. Not really interesting. Is there a place that we can fall down to from here? No? Oh wait, never mind. Oh, cool. There we go. Very, very fast. I don't think they needed to add motion blur to that whatsoever. Like, at all. Oh, that's gonna kill. I didn't get out far enough. I thought that was gonna land in the water. Alright, well, more time to talk. But yeah. I got the sketches down, though. I did get the sketches down for the thumbnails. And I kinda enjoy the thumbnail that I have for last Saturday. I don't remember what it did for previous Wednesdays, though. And I finally got a sketch down for what I wanted to do for the Saturday before Team Fortress 2 Saturday. Or Team Fortress 2's Sour Saturday. Because that was one hell of a thumbnail to try and put together, because you got 3 different games to kind of throw together. So yeah, I tried making it proportioned and everything. Really do not think the motion blur was necessary for that. Like, at all. Okay, can I climb off this and get to the water from here? Yes, I can. Holy crap. Oh wait, no, that's a hay bale. That's not even a hay bale, that's just a bunch of flowers. Why is there a bunch of flowers right here? I made the joke too many times. I made that joke way too many times. Oh, hello. Teleport? Yes, please! Oh. Never mind, roll credits. V759. I'm dead. Teleportation failed. I got teleported right into the ground. Wait, where am I? Where am I? Oh. Okay, yeah, never mind. It would have been better if I was just down there anyway. We just reverted from down there to up here. I mean, it's useful, but it's not what I needed. Not what I needed. At all. Alright. I don't know why I even wanted to check out the teleport. It's only 400 meters away. Birds. Oh, it's called well traveled. Fair enough. There's a distance. Oh, I thought that was like 4 or something. Like that. Or chop up. Considering the fact that I don't have a pick, I have an axe. This ain't Deep Rock Galactic. I ain't carrying a pick with me everywhere.
You cannot touch me. Your weapons will not harm me. I will bathe in your blood.
What? Why?
Warrior, put reins upon your battle lust and ride it. Do not be ridden by it. I do not know your face, but I know... Yes, think. What are your last memories? I remember the fire fog, filling my throat, wading through a sea of blood and meat. A spear piercing my heart. And then the Valkyries plucked you from the Hellvigor, which leads lesser men to hell, and brought you here, to glorious Asgard. Asgard? This place is truly like no other. And, this is not a dream? Am I supposed to fight you? We will fight together, and become part of the greatest army ever assembled. But first, go eat and drink among the gods. Take your place in the Hall of the Slain. Your bravery has earned it. Thor! Stormbringer! I offer you my blade! Odin, Raven Feeder! I give you my life!
Okay. That happened. I thought that was him shouting though, was it not? Okay, I'm confused, but fair enough. Mythology be mythology. I don't know. I will say, today's been not half bad. I had a moment where I was just kind of stumped on what the heck someone was talking about for a moment before. And that, like, got me so confused earlier, but now I'm, like, I'm all good. I understood it afterwards. I'm not gonna go ahead and think about I'm gonna swim. I also went ahead and ended up just tweeting something, which was literally just me dancing. And the first couple, like... Abby, what are you talking about? I don't know what you were supposed to be at this point. Like, we're supposed to be... Ivor's playing, like, one of the gods, but then it's, like, got to change to Abby. And I thought it was supposed to be, like, Odin or something, and I'm just confused. Oh, wait, am I passing it? I'm sort of passing it. Yeah. I ended up tweeting a frickin' short little tweet that just said, "Don't stop believing. Hold on to that feeling," all caps. And it's just because I had it stuck in my head. There was no rhyme or reason behind that tweet. It's just, I had it stuck in my head and I wanted to tweet it. Ooh. Someone's cracked an awful fart and it's leaving a stench. Now we're following it.
Not even I know all your secrets.
I'm awesome. Ooh.
The sunstone has been moved. The light's path is shifted.
I feel like it would be a good thing for it to go ahead and... Okay, good, no. Ah, that doesn't damage me. Nah, I wanted to get damaged. I wanted to get struck by lightning. Guess not.
These caves run deep. Nidhogg and his serpents have been busy.
This is a good atmosphere right now. I like this atmosphere. It's awesome. Can I, like, walk? This is not a good camera angle friendly, like, area, though. I will say that. I guess a lot of caves are pretty hard to make camera angle friendly in yours. Unless you're first person. First person is, I mean, more feasible. Because, well, first person has less stress. You are literally in first person. So, yeah. This third person, it has more wonky camera.
Harvey, Loki said you'd be here. He told me of the Builder's request, an offer that gives me great worry.
Why was this passage blocked? Has someone been here recently?
Do you hear me, Harvey? This Builder is a stranger to us. We know not what he intends.
I am the king of Asgard, Tyr. Do not question my desire to protect her.
Calm, old friend. What's needling you?
Clouds covered in Asgard. Prophecy oppresses me. My burden is my own. Prophecy.
The Nornir told me I would die at Ragnarok. They described the scene of my passing.
All but a few will perish in the final battle. We know this. Yet we will die well, and live again in great and glorious tales.
I will need your strength in the coming days, to anchor me, to challenge me, to pull me back from the abyss should I teeter.
And I will, as long as breath fills me. So I must caution you. Step with care in this place. What happens here may ripple through the fabric of the 9 worlds.
So we take a plunge directly right into the water.
Labors to keep me out.
Perhaps it is meant as a warning.
I will take it as a challenge.
Oh, is there like a puzzle now?
I recall there being more light in here.
These sunstones are meant to guide the light, but the path has been diverted.
Put that there. Because it looks like we have to aim these somewhere.
What if an invader was trying to weaken the well's defenses? Are we meant to intervene?
The integrity of this sacred place must be preserved. But whether we be obeyed
Just gonna aim it wherever
remains to be
it
seen.
tips. Because I don't know what we're currently doing to unlock the well. I still got... I'm so curious right now. If I just... Okay, you can't plunge yourself right into the well. Alright. Noted. Can't plunge yourself into the well.
There are 2 targets the light must strike, but only one stream.
How do 2 farms share one source of water?
By splitting the stream.
Oh, wait, hold on. So this one gets turned, right? No, this one moves. Wait, so where am I what is this control? What? I was trying to, like, move it, and it was just stuck. Oh boy, it's not frickin'... Oh, this is not fun. Oh, goodness. Have you ever played a Lego game and have one of those sections where you have to, like, move that block around on, like, a grid? I'm telling you this right now. This is not as fun. This is worse. 10 times worse. So I think what I'm supposed to do is I'm supposed to point it at this, but I'm also supposed to point it at something else. Is there like another one? No? Alright. Well, there's one. One I can guess. Because if I just do... Well, there's that. But just shoot it right directly. Is that like being picky? Is that like being picky with how it's like being hit? Wow, it really kind of is. Alright, well, there's one. Now I got this one. Which means that we've got to do something with one of these. I can aim you at here. Wait, so I need, like, the beam to be split then. Don't I? I need it to either be split or, like, gain a second one. Wait, this... Is it like a split path then, if I do this? You know what, I'm just gonna light all of them up. Puzzles are fun. Gonna light all of the puzzles. Yes, I can. If I can move. Do. Alright. This way. Well. And now we go here. And now what? Like, just make a square. Look, I drew a square, guys. Guys and girls, I drew a square. Are you proud of me? Learned my basic geometry. Alright. What? What's that then? Hold up. Is that like split off to those two then? Hold on. Just realized that thing has like a big orange glow to it. It's huge. It's gotta be like a splitter. Excuse me. Stop climbing. Protag. I don't know what to call you, so I'm just gonna call you Protag. Protagonist. Get over to that thing. Go, Protag! Sounds like an awful, like, slur or something. But this thing, what are you?
You've done this before, Howie.
It is a
Once or
splitter.
twice. The light has found its mark. The stone is lit.
Alright, cool. Now I'm gonna do a Ghostbusters rule breakage and just cross the
I
beams
doubt
with
the
these.
Nornir will appreciate our visit. The curious are not welcome here.
We will have come and gone before they feel our presence.
There we go. And then I interact with you. I am at you. I blind everyone that's watching the video. And we just kind of crawl on over, Caroline. Crouch down. You can see like the double effect of it going ahead and being like... Yeah, add like double particle effects. There we go.
The well is open to us.
The well is open. Alright, time to plummet ourselves into the well. Geronimo. Oh, hello. What's this way? I want to know. What's this way? You gave me a reason. You went ahead and plummeted me underwater. I have to have my own reason to go explore around. Hello. Whoa. Don't mind if I do. Holy crap, is this the place that my friend was telling me about? That I should be extra careful. No, wait, no. I think he was talking about Sigurd. No, I think my friend was talking about me and being, like, in a cave with Sigurd. That's upsetting.
Take what you need and do it quickly. We should not linger.
Should not linger. Well. It's just like a little tiny puddle.
Tyr?
It's a wolf. It's a wolf inside a frickin' wall. Oh, it's a cub. Oh, I don't know if I don't know if it was inside the wall or if it was just weird posing.
There's no wolf alive I can trust.
Javi, stop! Out of my way, Tyr! I'll suffer no wolves in Asgard.
This is a sacred place. Killing here is forbidden. You know this, Javi.
You gonna break it? One hand? Yep. It's a waste. Kinda handed it to him.
Has your mind fled you? You act as though possessed by the spirit of another.
Mind is free, destiny drives me. Mind is free.
My mind is my own, Tyr. But you pose a curious thought. Could one mind usurp another's? The hooga of one in the body of someone else.
Are you drunk on these waters? Take your flask, forget the wolf, and let us be gone, before the Nornir weave us a pair of shackles.
take this beast. I want it caged. I would have every wolf and dog in Asgard caged if I could.
To ease your troubled mind, I will do as you ask. We need you focused for the coming war.
Thank you, Courage Bringer, for your
What's
steady
the
hand.
water sound effect coming from? And we're like dipping into
When
the
one
water.
descends this deep, there's no going back up.
Then the only way is further down.
No? What's that sound effect for? It was just big glow. It sounds mighty high in front of the cub. I would have asked my friend if I'm like in the one place I was talked about. But I think it was with Sigurd and not like in Asgard. Either way, I will look deeply around, considering the fact that I don't know if this is a place I could return to. I'll probably just send my friend a text saying, hey, is Asgard the place that you were talking about? Oh, hello. Oh, we outside now. It's just not... Okay, yeah, never mind. No, never mind. All we have to do is just plunge ourselves down. We're good.
Loki.
Loki is taking the builder to the well, isn't he? Damn it, Loki, what? You were supposed to be looking after the builder.
You entered the well, did you not? And you found what you were looking for?
I have a skin of sacred water, yes. Is the builder preparing his demonstration?
How did the well look? Peaceful? Calm? Quiet?
What are you driving at, Loki?
Driving at? I'm only curious. The well is a wondrous place. I wish I could see it for myself.
There was a wolf cub with us, trespassing on
I
sacred
couldn't even
ground.
give an answer.
Tyr
That's upsetting.
took care of it.
I thought that was going to be a
Care of
split
it?
path
Is
of
he
where
dead?
we could just lie or not. What? Death would be mercy. The wolf lives. I mean, if it eases him, the
The
wolf
wolf
lives.
lives, but Tyr will cage the beast that is whole. I want no free wolves in Asgard.
Ah, yes. Good. A wise decision, Harvey.
I wanted to kill it, but Tyr stayed my hand.
Tyr is pragmatic, and it serves him well. You should heed him more often.
Now tell me plainly, where is the builder?
In a meadow not far from here. Your raven may find the way.
A raven may find the way. Of course it would. I'm gonna be honest though, I don't really like the raven's feature. Like, I can still see it, I can understand it, I just don't like it. It's not for me. I will say, the fact... I will say, I will fight till I die. I keep saying I will say. Damn. I repeat every single transition word and I'm running out. Now there's only like buts, however, and like stuff that kind of needs preparation. I don't know.
Builder!
Your timing is perfect.
I was going to mention I wanted to play Saint Row remake and get up to that because I only played it when it first came out and then went ahead and like 100%ed it then I stopped. Wait, no, it wasn't 100%. It's basically 99% because I still had all of the challenges with all of the guns, get them maxed out and everything. And then I've been recently hearing about the updates and such, and it's like, oh yeah, I'll return back to it. I'll return back to it. And then I go ahead and I just procrastinate on it. And now it's making me wonder if you guys would be interested in seeing it as a freaking different walkthrough, because I played this, and I played like freaking Village. Why not? Saint Row remastered. Or re-envisioned. I don't know. New Saint Row. I still have yet to actually get cleared on what the hell it actually is, because it's not Saint Row, it's New Saint Row. On a different year. It's like a remaster. Or revision. I don't know. Anyway, Builder, hi.
We
How you doing?
found the perfect spot. Did you bring the water?
As promised.
Wonderful. As it blends with my paint, its magic will power the runes of protection that I here inscribe.
No rune will protect you from my wrath if I catch you playing games.
A perfect mix.
Wait, what are you doing?
It's just water.
Harnessing Hooker magic to bind my spirit to these enchantments. It amplifies the strength.
Hooga magic. You learned this from the Jotnar?
They practice a form of Hooker magic, but this is my own technique, and it's just about done. Could you lend a hand and bring me a few jars of paint? As many as you can.
Alright, well. Am I just gonna chuck it at
Be
the
careful
wall?
with that jar. It's fragile. Easy.
Alright, well.
Remember, just place it. Don't break it. Do take care. We can replace the paint, but the time to prepare it is lost.
Bring all the jars. He's gonna just paint the whole thing blue, isn't he? Unless this isn't blue paint.
That's well enough. Exactly the right spot.
What now, Builder?
Perhaps you should move out of the way. Atop that rock, the view will be much better.
Alright, well I'm taking some paint with me though. Can I climb up with this? No. Can I? Oh, that's pretty. It's like an oil spill. I had to do it. Curiosity begged me to. Alright, I'm here.
There.
I'm watching.
Will that do?
It will indeed. Hold, hold, and there it is. A thing of beauty.
The runes you painted conjured the shield.
They did. And if all goes well, it will protect your allies and roast your enemies.
Show me.
With pleasure. Draw some invaders out from the woods and into the shield. Alive, of course. They must be alive.
The barrier will not harm me as I cross?
You have my word, Javi.
Alright. First things first, test the shield. And we pass through. Good. Second thing, draw enemies. Which basically means I'm going this way. Never eat sour watermelon. Close enough. I'm supposed to be going northwest, but this is just west, so it's good enough. Oh, you're an enemy. Hi.
Hey!
Hi.
Odin!
Over here, you stinking shits! Skulking about like cowards. Am I so fearsome that you hide like mice in a farmer's field?
Yes, taunt. Taunt the men and women, or whatever they are supposed to be. Come on.
Keep me in possession.
come on, I dodged, and then it just still took it. Wait, over here.
That's
Alright,
good.
fine.
Draw them closer. Yes! Yes, it works!
Look at that, like moths to a flame. Come, you fatherless curse. I'm one, and you're many. What have you got to lose? The fools, they run towards their doom. Builder, is your shield supposed to flicker like that?
The shield is unstable!
Your shield is failing, Builder. They're passing through.
I don't understand. They should be dead. Hold them off while I try to restore it.
Because it's reflected back on its own self. Now I don't think we can actually leave. Freaking teleportation is cheap.
What now, Builder? Your shield has failed.
No, not at all. I just need to make some adjustments.
Builder, your shield summons an army, but it's as weak as your word.
I'm supposed to be like really strong at this point.
They're on all sides.
You know. Oh, cheap. I'm freaking throwing like attacks that go very far just by throwing
I
crap
should
at me.
have let Loki have his way with you.
Watch for the count!
Oh my god.
You need to fix this now.
I'm painting as fast as I can.
Paint faster.
Catch this.
I know I wish it was the slow-mo, but still. Had it ready. That's why I use it. Come on. Getting stuck on own objects. There's like a lot of them.
Drive a wedge!
Their like little dirt kick attack makes little to no sense in my opinion. Like, yeah, that's gonna scuff up like my movement, but that's not gonna scuff up my vision. Even then, it's just dirt. I don't think dirt's gonna impede a frickin' soldier that's been frickin' fighting for like a long time. Not only that, but I'm like only wearing like, I guess it would make sense for it to impede me a little bit with
Armies, but it's as weak
armor
as your
being
word.
iron.
Together, alright?
This is not what you promised.
Never mind that now.
Oh my god.
From all sides.
Why is everything like so zoomed out now?
From the side! Hurry!
I should have let Loki have his way with you.
Oh, I shot him.
You need to fix this now.
I'm painting as fast as I can.
Can't dodge if I'm getting hit stunned. Why is this game ramping up in difficulty so much? I feel like earlier it was just going ahead and being really freaking easy, but now here it is. Sending the entire army after you. With respawning enemies. Get good is all I need, I guess.
Word.
Really?
No shame.
You're giving me this bullcrap? Of respawning me mid-battle? Screw you. Your pick attack.
This is not what you promised.
Never mind that now. They're coming from all sides.
Freaking see if there's stuff happening.
I should have let Loki have his way.
Come on.
You need
Oh,
to
come
fix
on.
this now.
I'm painting as fast as I can.
No. I can't see if he's right behind me. Also, the hell is that effect happening? Well, if at least we do play Saint Row, we don't have to worry about me going ahead and being this dog crap. For Honor is a bit of a different scenario because it actually ramps up pretty heavily, but still.
This is not what you promised.
Never mind that now. They're coming
Oh,
from
come
all
on.
sides.
Up the rock! Heck. And lag.
I should have let Loki have his way with you.
Where are you out?
You need to fix this now.
I'm painting as fast as I can.
I like Batman right now. It's at least what it feels like. With the combos and such.
I almost have it.
Oh, is it literally just...
That was not as smooth as I had hoped. But the means can be forgiven when the end bears fruit.
A sour fruit, not as sweet as you promised.
Okay, let me guess. The whole entire time I was actually supposed to just survive and not actually kill them? Because I'm gonna be honest, my entire goal was to actually just kill the army. Because I thought that was gonna be what kind of progresses. I mean, I should have paid more attention. Because if he was asking me to run laps around the freaking entire thing, I want to ran laps around the thing instead of fighting an entire army. Well, that's probably easier to do.
It held. The shield worked wonders.
It worked well enough. Impressive, but unstable.
Don't fear, my friend. The problem is no more. I have mixed the proper solution. With enough materials and the right incentive, I pledge to build a tower so tall it would shield all of Asgard.
Materials
Incentive.
we can find, that is no issue. What incentive do you mean?
Oh, just a trifle. Nothing grand. I only want Freya as my wife and queen.
Bad.
Why the Queen of Asgard? Is it your intent to rule at her side?
Nothing so bold. I would be happy to simply bask in her beauty. She can govern the realm however she sees fit.
Freya is not mine to barter like a bale of wheat. I will ask her what she desires.
Do what you must, but my price stands firm. No Freya, no shield. I have no other needs.
And you have no other friends, so tread lightly here.
Well. Yeah, fair enough. We did go ahead and get a reason. Or at the very least, get the absence of reason. You know what? I'm gonna hit that synchronization over there real quick. Because you know damn well I'm gonna need it. You know damn well I'm gonna need the little bit of boost if I've just fought like that. I don't care about these dudes, though. I want that big boost from the frickin' synchronization. The spot. The eagle spot. Raven spot. Whatever it's supposed to be called at this point. Tip top of the tower. Tip tap 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 tap. Just exit combat or something? I don't know what that was. It like blurred the vision for like 1 frame. I would say 1 frame actually, but it's probably more like 3. Climb! Protagonist, climb! Start calling you the boss. Considering the fact that it's like, may as well just call it the boss. Climb, boss, climb! I mean, to be fair, Sigurd's still the true king, but at the same time, this is the king of Asgard. Or, not Asgard, Asgard. Isn't like Asgard a person? Asgard's the place, Asgard is like the person. Is Asgard also a place, and it's just the fact that it's just different pronunciation. No, it's gotta be a different person, right? I'm crazy. I'm just crazy. Crazy? I'm crazy. I'm trying to think of the entire, like, copy pasta. Crazy? I was crazy once. They locked me in a rubber room. A rubber room filled with rats. And rats make me crazy. Crazy? Damn it. I cannot understand why I cannot get that copy pasta correct. But I can think of it. Just laugh and think of it. But can never say it. I'm a box full of knowledge, but none of the knowledge is legible. Alright, synchronized. What, we not doing a cool pose? No? Just gonna stand? Oh, that's kinda upsetting. I mean, maybe if I was turned around... Well, can I, like, resynchronize? Here. Alright, now let's do it. There we go, that's a better pose. Meanwhile, as it just does the whoa in the background. There we go, that's the more intended pose that you were supposed to get. Unfortunately, they failed. Alright. We'll fast travel back. And then we'll hit our skills and... like... become... a literal god. And then go ahead and continue on with the mission. Damn it, now all I want to do is talk about Saint Rel. I don't know. Maybe that'll just be something I do on my off time. Let's just revisit. Because I played through the entire game. Or like just the story, but... Actually, you know what I still need to do? I still need to play the first Saint Rel and complete that. I still need to complete that. Protagonist. Your foot is, not standing on anything. Anyway. Could you imagine if we just conk our head right onto, like, this like walkway right here. Just go funk right onto this. Direct center.
Where is everyone?
Be like horde. Insult the gods. I guess the gate was opened again. And everyone kind of died. Shutting the gate again. Maybe a celebration. In a very, very tight spot. No? Everyone's just here.
No.
Insult the
I'll
gods.
wager Tyr is raising that wolf so he can fight it.
Those doggos. I thought my man hated doggos. This must be good doggos. Anyway. We run in a circle. Alright, I've got to use Raven form for sight.
What do you see?
Ah. Couldn't have just told me that on the minimap. Or well, not really a minimap, it's more of a compass. Well, technically it is a compass, but yeah, whatever. You get what I mean. It's like you couldn't just have told me the general vicinity on the compass. Had me search on my own. Asgard? I thought it was in Asgard already. Maybe inside? Hard to focus. Oh. Hello. Big bad wolf been caged. Holy crap. Did we save the 3 little pigs or what?
Look at the size of this beautiful creature. Impressive, isn't it?
Clear eyes, strong haunches. It must come from powerful stock.
You fools. It could swallow the moon next month if it continues to grow like this.
I know your mind, Javi, but this wolf is not your enemy. The signs of Ragnarök, when it comes, will be clear for all to see.
Tyr, you roll bones in a game you do not understand.
That may be, but I'll assume the risk. If there's a price to be paid, I'll pay it.
It's the Jotnar that trouble us now. Have you spoken with the builder?
The builder, yes. Is Freya nearby?
She's teaching Thor about organizing armies. A battle they're both losing.
Come along then. You must all hear what I have to say.
Battle that they're both losing. Why did they make the big bad wolf have such like a poor animation? Like, it went from sitting, turning her over, and standing, and then just looking over.
You spoke with the builder.
I reckon the big bad wolf could go ahead and stick his head through a little bit. I mean, at the very least, snout. Might poke his eyes a little bit. Actually, no. He'd probably go ahead and be squishing his cheeks. Yeah, I reckon the big bad wolf could go ahead and just stick his face
I
out.
did.
And the sacred water? Was
These
it put
markings
to
are
use?
your warriors.
It was.
Now
Your
here we
tongue
have
is
the
shorter
four
than your temper
corners of
today,
the
huh?
sky, held
Indeed.
up.
I think their lines were going ahead and overlapping on top of each other.
Enough of this sorcery, woman. Just point me towards the enemy and I will handle them.
Javi, you look troubled.
The builder gave me a demonstration of his magic. He conjured a shield that killed invaders on contact.
That would do well for us.
But your expression says otherwise.
I fear the price is too high.
What does he want?
You.
Me.
Does he take us for slavers? I will smash his skull till he shits out brains!
Now hold on, everyone. Let's weigh the...
Do not finish that thought. What was your reply?
I told him it was your choice alone.
You didn't refuse him outright?
Bought us time. It was pretty good. Silence is not binding. Bind time and silence is not binding is both good options. It was for the greater good is a horrible option in my... Because I bought us time. It's like, yeah, I bought us time to think of the decision. And silence is not binding means the fact that, hey, we haven't bound anything to ourselves yet by staying silent. I'll say I bought us time.
I evaded his question to gain us time. Time to devise a better idea.
One that does not involve selling off your queen, I trust.
How about I beat on his liver till he builds us a wall for free?
Might we consider...
I will not barter with my body.
That would be a first.
Hold on. I've got it. The blunt end of my hammer on his family stones.
You are overthinking this, all of you. Give this builder an impossible task, a deadline of, say, 9 days. When he forfeits, as he no doubt will, Freya remains free, and we may finish his work as intended.
He would
Not
be
gonna work.
mad or stupid to agree.
You underestimate men of intellect, Lord of Storms. The builder is a proud man. He won't back down from a challenge.
I do not like this.
Nor do I, but we must act. Loki, bring this offer to the builder.
Your will is my deed, Rune Writer.
This is gonna go
Grapple with
terrible.
forces outside your control.
Because there's only one of two things that's
You
gonna
were eager
happen.
to see the deal done.
We're at it.
And I don't like either.
Watch out! Keep your distance!
The wolf. Shit. Tyr, stand back. I'll get it.
Alright, well, I'm chasing down the wolf.
Wolf! Wolf!
Out of the way! The wolf is mine! Stand clear! I will catch it.
All the people running after the wolf, even though I went ahead and said that I would catch it.
The size of that
Sharpen my
beast!
axe with your teeth, beast.
How worthy!
The final blow is mine. Do not fight the beast! Leave it to me!
My guy keeps freaking just... Leave the beast to me, I will have him. I will behead him. He is mine. Yeah, one of the two options. One, the builder finishes. And thus, we kind of have to.
Are
Or
you the
two,
one foretold? Are you my
the builder doesn't
Are you
finish and we
destined
get it
to
wrong.
destroy me?
What are you doing?
I am the Death Walker. I am the living ghost. I cannot die.
How much health do you have?
We
Jeez.
will see which is stronger, your fate or my will.
Also, hold up. I mentioned this, Humper. Mentioned this earlier. I've got skill points to upgrade myself, so let's do a little bit of that. Do we have anything that I went ahead and was aiming for? I mean, I grabbed those. That's just because I had extra. Oh. Wolf Warrior. Increased damage and lower health is... That's pretty good. Health. What's this? Poison. Poison build-up and poison damage. I'd like that if I actually do poison. Fire damage, fire build-up. Assassination damage is pretty good. That's just ability damage. Game. I crashed the game, didn't I? Hooray! How many times have we crashed this game? I actually don't know yet. I don't know. Either way, we've crashed the game. Hip hip hooray. Congratulations. Crash the game that was made for Xbox Series S. Or not. Series S, Series X. Xbox One Series. Holy wow. That is a horrible name now thinking of it. Because now you can't say series without repeating series. Because no one says Xbox One Series X or any of that. Because Xbox One Series X does not refer to also Xbox One Series S. So everyone just calls it Xbox One Series. But you can't say Xbox One Series because of the fact that that relates to all the Xbox One. So you have to specifically take out the Xbox One part. So you refer to the series. But then you can refer to both the X and S during that, instead of just referring to one or the other. Which means that you have to say Series X or Series S to refer to one, or to specify that you're saying the series, you have to say Xbox Series. Which is also contradicting because you could also say, and the extra Xbox OG series as Xbox Series. Holy crap, Microsoft. What the hell? I have just unraveled something that you did not clearly think through. Let alone, you kind of sucked at frickin' naming crap. Like, seriously. Xbox One, and then Xbox One S. Xbox One Series. Wait, isn't there like a Xbox like One X or something like that? I don't know, I just don't like the new names for Xboxes now. I just absolutely hate them. Alright, let's see where we get put at. We get put at right before the boss fight, or are we gonna get put at right during the boss fight? Hell, we could probably be right after, like, the synchronization. Have to run all the way back. Also, I've just realized, or, like, learned recently, apparently, I need more RAM. Like, I absolutely do need more RAM. Because, apparently, according to the actual specs, I have 8 gigs of RAM. And I have integrated graphics. Those integrated graphics are set to take roughly around 1.5 to 2 gigabytes of RAM reserved for graphics. Which means I'm actually running on 6 freaking 6 gigabytes of freaking RAM. So, I'll be upgrading that. I'll be upgrading that before I actually upgrade my freaking GPU. Anyway, did we get the skills? We did not get the skills. Okay. No. What's that? What's this? Just range resistance. I have the wolf. Stealth, melee. What is this? Last chance healing? I mean, this might also be good. Yeah. Yeah, that might actually be good, because then I can actually just obliterate, like... Because the enemies are taking out, like, a good... maybe 1/3 of my health to a half. If I get this, I could fully utilize my health bar. That's actually pretty good. I like that. Let me actually get this one, and then we'll start aiming for this one. Because that's actually a pretty good, like, run. That's like a... Oh, right, it does that. It's like a pretty good, like, ability to have. Also, nice. underground boat. Goodness grief. Alright. We'll just do a courtesy save. Alright. There we go. Courtesy save done. Let's get in.
Are you the wolf foretold? Are you my doom? Are you destined to destroy me?
I threw it the wrong direction.
I am the dead.
Where the hell are you?
I am the living ghost.
Oh.
I cannot die. We will see which is stronger, your fate or my will.
Alright. Damn it. I'm trying to get the, like, timing for the thingamacure. There we go. Ah, didn't stagger. Oh, come on. That was horrible. He didn't even, like, actually physically hit me. I was underground. I keep hitting his face. His face is too chunky. Doing something? Ah, yes, make your, like, hitbox on the other side. The stun. Ah, yes. Got him! Oh, come on! I hate that feature. It's like, not even a feature, it's just a straight up error. What the fuck is this happening? What the hell is happening? I don't understand half of this stuff. Also, what is up with the, like, and all of these, like, rock particles? He wasn't underground. Can we stun him? No. He's chucking stuff at me. I'm gonna chuck stuff at me. I'll chuck stuff at you, too. Do that again. There we go. Such a bullcrap move. He doesn't even actually dig underground, he just rolls. And he just dips into the ground. I feel like my bow does more damage than, like, my actual swings. Oh, that's so bullcrap. He wasn't even underground and he got invincibility frames. Oh, that's bullcrap. We dodge. Come on, you and me. Let's go. Come on. Do your attack. Oh, that should have, like, parry time. Do your attack. Yes.
If I spare your life, will you do the same?
Oh, I don't have stamina. He's low health. Is he gonna spare me? Nope. Thus, I don't. Oh, hey. Well, you know, I get full health and one ration. And a portion. You gonna... Am I gonna spare you or?
I've warned you well, and look where it has led!
Avi, stop! Stay your ex!
Out of my way, Loki!
You swore an oath to never spill my blood.
Step aside, and I won't have to.
This is my blood.
What?
He is my
Oh,
son.
right. Loki shapeshifts.
Bastards!
Tyr, you've cared for this wolf. You will be his jailer. Take it to Lingby. Bind it there. Make sure it never leaves the island.
Forgot about the fact that Loki shapeshifts. I was so
I can
curious.
speak with the dwarf Ivaldi. May he find a more permanent solution.
Come, boy. You're safe with me.
Be kind, Justice Bringer.
Loki, there will be a reckoning.
Of this, I have no doubt.
That was supposed to be dramatic. But, I don't see it as dramatic. It was not that dramatic whatsoever. Oh. I'm not even moving him. And he's just contemplating. You wonder how long he actually does this? No, not that long.
The skies
Alright.
darken like an ill omen. My impossible task grows more urgent.
More skill points! Let's go! Can I also mention first try? Wake up. Oh, no. First try my frickin' ability against the wolf. I mean, it could be considered second try considering the fact that, well, it crashed. But I had no real option for that. I ended up crashing. Do I want melee or I want range? I want more range. Give me that range at this point. I'm only now realizing how frickin' excruciatingly damaged my frickin' range can be. Or not. Are you telling me the fact that there's moments in that fight where you're actually supposed to attack and moments where you're not supposed to attack? I also need better armor. I need a lot of stuff. Bap, 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 bap. I should probably teleport. It's probably faster. It's like the world. Oh. Yeah, it's probably faster. I still am curious if this is just supposed to be... I don't understand. Is this supposed to be our character has swapped from female to male? Or is this just the character that you play as, and he just wears whatever armor you were previously wearing? Or choose to wear? Watch this be like I walk out of the frickin' dream sequence, and it reverts back to female, and I'm like, answered the question. It like actually answers the question. What? Roll credits. V 900,000. Didn't I like say 17,000? Be like, wait, no, I said 900,000, so it doesn't matter. Do, 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 do. There was a rope right there, mate. Really? Thought this game had, like, just as good, like, parkour as Black Flag. Or, like, maybe a bit better. To be fair, I don't like Black Flag's parkour. And even further, I don't like Assassin's Creed Unity's parkour either. Which is very upsetting because Assassin's Creed Unity is like the only multiplayer one.
Harvey, tell this rumpcloud he can't just wander about Asgard, poking his pecker into every cavern he pleases.
Meanwhile, as they just chat back and forth, with just silent talk hand signal things. Yet, silence. That's all.
I was only curious, dwarf. I meant no offense. I'm merely a seeker of knowledge.
The dwarves give nothing away for free.
Apologies for the distraction, Master Blacksmith. I'll leave you to your work.
Well, what shall I craft for you today, High One? Bottomless breeches for soiling yourself on the battlefield?
What did the builder want? What is hurgler magic? Will dwarves survive Ragnarok? I'm not gonna ask if dwarves can survive Ragnarok. I'll ask what the
were
builder
you
wanted.
and the builder discussing? Harvey, my gentle jailer. You know we dwarves give nothing away for free. If you want your question answered, I'll need something in return. Such as? A hidden fact known only to you, Farseer. That I may share in your secret knowledge of the world.
Alright. Great horses draw the sun and moon. That was pretty crap sounding. An eagle's wing stirs the wind. Humans will survive Ragnarok. Let's say eagle's
Winds
wings.
that blow over the sea are stirred by the wings of a great eagle named Helsvig, who sits at the edge of the sky. Interesting indeed. I've often wondered at its source. So, you asked what that sack of sheep guts was after? He wanted to know how magic affected your Hugr. Why would he want to know the effect of magic on my spirit? Not just you, Harvey. The lot of you. Aesir and Vanir alike. I told him to shovel his shit somewhere else. Now, if that's all you came to know, you can piss off and let me work. I have one more need. Can you forge me an unbreakable chain? Chains are overrated. 1 weak link and it's worthless. Let me craft a cord that Thor himself could not break. It must be strong enough to bind a powerful beast. I will sluice my sweat into this cord, Harvey. All knowledge I have and skill I own will define it. And what will I get in return?
Now I choose my options. My gratitude, your freedom. That's tough. My freedom kind of sounds like a restriction was already placed on him. I'll say my gratitude. That's more uplifting.
What more could you need? Blah. You cannot barter with a man who's squeezing your balls. You may always return to the land of fire, Ivaldi, and die as your brothers did, roasted on a spit. To craft such a cord, I'll need a few impossible ingredients. Name them. Either list there.
I have a bear's tendon, a fish's breath, and
A cat's footsteps, and the root of a mountain. How do I find these?
how the fuck would I know? The riddles will guide you.
I have no patience for riddles, dwarf.
Those riddles are as ancient as the world, with lore passed down from Niji and Needy to Northri and Sudri, Austri and Vestri, Althjover.
I understand. I will return shortly.
It just goes through the entire family tree at that point.
Valin, Beivor, Bavor, Bombur, Nori.
He keeps going.
I, Mjolvitnir, Veigen, Gandalfur, Bindalfur, Threin, Dekk and Thorin, Thror, Bit and Lit, Nar and Nyrath, Regin and Radsvidr.
Oh, he doesn't go ahead, just like continue on for like the next 15 minutes. I was absolutely prepared to just stand there for like the next 10 minutes and just listen to him just list out names. And just see how far he would go. I really was hoping. I'm kind of disappointed. Anyway. Where am I supposed to go? Where do I need to go? Oh, hello. Oh, no wonder I'm having trouble. Asgard's level 90. Oh well. Why is this green? Why is this one green? Oh. Oh, that might make sense now. I think I just realized. Okay. Green is trivial. White is meh. And red is basically just you're insane. And you're taking up a difficult challenge. Also known as normal, hard, impossible. I mean, to be fair, I did challenge that one dude again and again who had the skull right next to his, like, health bar and obliterated him and then just, like, died because this one dude just kept freaking throwing axes at me. Anyway. Collect the root of mountain. Collect the cat's tail. What are these? This make no sense. And it doesn't show me where. Oh, it's an inventory item. Riddles. Alright, let's go to the bag. Collectibles. Where did I get these collectibles from now, thinking of it? I don't actually know. Alright, where's the key items? Oh, here we go. Cat's foot, no. Peak. Alright. Over the gate to the Great Norse Hall, a golden cat sits patient, gazing upon many towers, or many tall towers. She'll flee when she is found, but follow without fear. Look, leap, and ascend. Once she leads you to the end, she may ghost to the ground, land as well, and swiftly steal her sound. So isn't it just on top of the Great Norse Hall? Great Norse Hall. Alright, well, where's that? Let's see. Forge, Asgard, Great Norse Hall. Can't really zoom in any further. Okay, so I just had another idea. So, we have two riddles. both of the which are to collect stuff. Now, hear me out. It might be a crazy idea, but what if the developers, the developers were so mean that this isn't actually on the map that we're currently in? What if these two items are actually in Ivor's actual world? Ivor's actual world? Because, hear me out. Listen to me straight. We still have all our materials that Ivor has. Ivor. We still have all of these resources and such. Like clay mask, red mask, white mask. Freaking eggs. And such. Animal guts. The sewer door key. We still have all of this. Alright, well, let's read this one. Asgard's highest point at Seed sleeps in Nirmi's cold grip. Oh, so that's just go to the highest peak. Well, we already have the highest area as a fast travel. I'd say this is the highest area, isn't it? Hold on. It's that, which looks high, and there's this. Yeah, there's nothing else that's, like, as high other than these two fast travel points. Hell, there's nothing higher than these two fast travel points. Except for the one wake-up tower area. Well, here's the highest peak in terms of mountains. So what about this mountain are we doing? Let's see. Highest height. A seed sleeps in Ymr's cold grip. Warm it awake. Bring it to water. For bones to sprout with new life. Alright, so we're finding a seed inside snow. Taking it to water. And that'll basically be it. So, we need to then find snow. Because we're at the highest peak, but we need snow.
This looks like the right place. I swear, dwarves would choose riddling over rutting. There's the seed in the mountain's rocky grip. Some heat may free it from its shell.
This is supposed to be a seed inside a shell? This area doesn't even have snow. Like over there, it looks like there's even snow over there. Alright, well, fire.
The seed will not sprout root until I get it into some water.
Oh, can I pick it up now? Can. Yeet.
I must retrieve the root for Ivaldi before it takes hold. This is the mountain I seek. There's no higher peak.
So now we have that root thing. Alright, so we now have that. Hello. That's cool. Great Norse Hall. Golden cat sits patiently. Guess it just has to be around Asgard. Somewhere around there. Not really too sure. What you doing? What you doing, Mouse? What you doing, Protag? Harvey? Steve Harvey. What you doing? You just doing your auto animation, waiting for a loading screen to pass by, so you can run around like an idiot while I go ahead and try and figure out how to go ahead and, like, solve the riddle. I mean, to be fair, that's pretty much what I would do. So dramatic. Also, why do I have not full health? Did I, like, lose health or something? I don't know. I'll just fill it up. So, they're talking about on top of the structures. Not what I was expecting for him to, like, climb. But, alright. Close enough. General sense of... Come on! Climb up! Are you serious? You can't just go like, wah! Just climb really quickly upward for a moment. Up we go, up we go. Up on top of the building we are. And now, since we're on top, here we stand. I don't get this action pose. Really don't. It's supposed to be on top of a... Wait, that thing.
One of Freya's statues. Who put you up here, little cat?
Oh, going this way.
So that's how it is. Lead the way, Nimble.
That's such a weird thing. Now we go there. Go here. Said it's one of Thea's statues.
Where are you leading me?
Kinda odd. Oh, I dropped. I didn't land it correctly. I was a little late. I didn't expect myself to be carried that far forward when it dropped. This meowing is really not that enjoyable. It's like one of those meows that someone is doing and, like, actually voicing. And not like an actual
Nowhere to go.
meow from a cat.
I have it. Who knew you could capture a sound? Let's see what you can make of these, Ivaldi.
And no one cares about the man that just fell into the pile of flowers. I still don't understand where the pile of flowers is from. Anyway. Back to the dwarf. The dwarf, the dwarf, the almighty dwarf. Up the mountain thing. To the dwarf we go. Where he will build me a chain. Kind of makes me wonder why the heck he needed these types of resources for a frickin' metal chain. Like, I know it's supposed to be magical, but seriously. How the hell do you use these items in a metal object in magic? Seriously. Alright, where's the entrance? Entrance is like down here somewhere, isn't it? I gotta just wrap around. It is. I kind of wish he can. Okay, so I kind of wish the fact that when we came back, it would just continue to be like listing on and on more names, and it's just the fact that the first bit was just him running out.
I know a cat's footfall when I hear one. Bring it here.
I kind of was hoping that when we came back, it would just be continuing listing off names, even though we reached the end of dialogue beforehand. Anyway. I got your materials. Don't know how you're gonna make magic out of it.
Everything you asked for.
Here you go.
How soon can you finish this unbreakable cord?
As soon as it wants to be made. You cannot rush this kind of magic. It flows with a speed all its own.
Find me as soon as it's ready.
By the way, after we spoke of the Hugr, a cousin came by with his own spirit tale. I don't trust coincidence, so this one's free.
What did he say?
He told me his sister's husband Borin drank a mead brewed in Jotunheim, and it sent his Hugr into a goat.
The spirit of a dwarf in the body of a goat?
Stranger still, his sister didn't even notice.
Heavy!
Don't drag me into this.
The tower is nearly finished.
Do not fret. The final hours are ticking down.
Not fast enough. I feel the jaws of a trap closing upon me.
Knowing you are in a trap is the first step to avoiding it.
You don't care if I'm married off to this builder, do you?
I value my queen. Need a sermage. There will be no marriage.
Have no fear, Freya. Whatever things transpire today, you marrying the builder will not be among them.
At least have the sense to admit you betrayed my trust.
I was wrong to use you like that. I will confront the builder and pry the truth out of him.
A limp apology, but it will suffice for now. Once the builder is dealt with, turn your spear on Loki. Every chance he had, he dug us deeper into this mess.
If Loki is up to something, I will see to it that he is punished. Blood oath be damned.
Damn, that's one hell of a line. Blood oath be damned. Quite threatening, actually, now thinking of it. I mean, of course it's supposed to be threatening, but... like one of those things where it's like, it's actually threatening. Like, you hear those, like, petty threats of, like, oh, yeah, I'm gonna beat the crap out of you. And it's like, oh, such petty of a threat. But blood oath be damned? Like, oh god, that's actually gonna be serious. That's some ancient frickin' speaking of, I'm gonna ruin your ancestor. Yeah, this is like horde. $400 less. And of course I have to climb the thing to delay movement even further. Because, well, apparently I ain't stalling enough time and I ain't stalling enough. Running around. Do 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 do. Oh. Is that supposed to be the building? I don't remember that. Yeah, that's a new building. I would say it's probably not almost finished, considering the fact that that probably needs to go even higher for it to be stronger. But I don't know how magic works. I mean, I'm a lemon after all. I don't use magic. I am magic. All the birds fly away. Jump into the pile of flowers that are precariously placed in near dead v the infinity at this point. I really gotta stop making that joke. At this point, we've heard that enough. It's just an old joke. It needs to die. And then get revived whenever we play a new Assassin's Creed. Or if I play Assassin's Creed Unity with my friends and stream it. Or make a video of it. We are here.
Like what you see? Quite the tower.
It's impressive, I will say that. But is it big enough? Oh, hey, free stuff. I priority free stuff.
Not my
Prioritize free
best
stuff.
work, but it has a certain glow. Now then, where's my queen?
You're finished. The tower is functional.
One rune remains, which I shall inscribe after I am wet.
Who helped you complete the work, Builder? You could not have managed so quickly on your own.
Our agreement said nothing about outside help. Now, where is Freya? I'm tired of waiting.
Outside help. Interesting choice of words.
Hail, Harvey! Hail, Builder!
We bring you your bride.
Freya, my beloved.
Oh no, this is just Loki, isn't it?
Why does she leer so wickedly?
She has no appetite. She hungers for you. You disgust her. Looks so wicked. She hungers for you. Mmm. I mean, I want to say the last option just because, like, it probably would be the one that I choose. But these two are so tempting. Like, she has no appreciate. Or whatever. She hungers for you. God damn it. I want to choose one of these two, but I also want to just choose this one because this is probably the one that I would normally choose. I'm in a conundrum. Alright, screw it. Hold up. Hold up. I got an idea. Hold up. I've got an idea. Hold on. Wheel. Get a freaking spinner in here. Alright. 1, 2, 3. Alright, cool. And then I'm gonna hop in browser, new, now I'll just do screen. Hold on, I'm gonna get rid of that. No, get rid of this. Why the heck? Where the heck is it? There it is. Remove that. I'm gonna go ahead. Hold on, where is... Gonna do this to here to back up. Here we go. Let me edit back up. Good enough. You can still you can see the spinner. I hate this. I want this to be freaking. Hold on. Why is this locked? Like, why? I don't know. You can still see it. You can see it. Good enough. I hate how I can't change the size of it, but good enough. Alright, you can see it. I can see it. Alright. There. Spinning a wheel. Seeing what it lands on. Okay, choice number 1. Choice number 1. We made a decision.
Freya is so excited that she has refused food or drink until the marriage is consummated.
I'm pleased, but somewhat surprised since this unwilling union was thrust upon her sight unseen.
Once she saw this tower, a testament to your strength, she knew you to be a great man indeed.
Enough chatter. We have upheld our end of the bargain. Will you finish your work?
He wants a
I'm
kiss.
sorry, but I've never seen such wild eyes. Why does she look so feral?
She hasn't slept. She dreamt of you. She suffers nightmares. She suffers nightmares, yeah. Honestly, that'd probably be the best.
She was shocked into a waking sleep at the news of her betrothal. She prefers this dreamlike state to the ugly reality.
It will be a rude awakening if she does not come around willingly. I will not use her gently.
Quit stalling and kiss her, Dungmeat! Consummate your betrothal!
Yes, a kiss. A brief taste to whet my appetite.
Oh no, he's gonna kiss Loki.
Delicious. Your lips are 2 pillows on a bed of rainrose petals.
I know.
And yours are cold and rough as unpolished stone.
What trickery is this?
Is something wrong?
Her voice! It's hideous!
I have been told it has a seductive quality.
By a wolf.
Treachery!
Wait, that's
Bring
Thor?
me the real Freya, or my offer
what?
is withdrawn.
I'll bring myself if
Wait,
you
no,
don't
that's-
mind.
Freya, you don't need
You have
to...
next to nothing, Esir. Only this useless monument to your ineptitude. You've been a good boy, Thor. Don't gamble your winnings. And you, Havi. You tried to avoid responsibility by not making a choice, but that was a choice in itself, and look where it has brought us.
You've been ill-used. My actions were justified. Outcome was unwritten. Outcome was
You are no
unwritten.
one's prize just yet. If this scheme turns sour, I will fight for you, till my sinews snap and my bones break.
Has this sad spectacle been for my sake alone? I've seen better drama on the festering carcass of a dead pig.
Finish your work, or suffer.
No Freya, no shield.
And now we're gonna make an unstable
To
shield.
Helheim with him, Harvey. I know where he keeps his enchanted paint.
It's gonna be unstable. Telling you this right now. Unstable.
Thor, Tyr, watch our guest closely. Freya, I hope we will have words when this is done. Why do you still wear Freya's form?
A reminder of who's at stake.
Change back. This is disturbing. Where do we go now?
I don't know. I didn't say I was watching him every moment.
So you do not know where he kept his supplies?
They must be nearby. He never left this area. Mostly never.
God damn. I knew it was Loki the moment where it was like they were enticing the frickin' dude as much as they could and was like quickening the like, hey, just finish the tower and everything. But yeah, no, now we're going with the fact that we're gonna finish the tower and we're gonna have it be unstable because now we're all gonna die. We're all gonna die! No! It's gonna evaporate us. We can't stop it. Alright. Loki note, activity south of the tower. Well, let's just keep going south. I mean, we're going straight south, but still, south nonetheless. Anything down here? No? No, because it's up north. And then it's just gone again. It doesn't even have a different symbol for when it disappears. Alright, well, we're going on an adventure. We're going on a trip. With our own 2 feet. Marching around.
Cautious around here.
Up we go. It's gonna be on top of this. No, it is not. Alright. Just roaming around like a frickin' nincompoop. Oh, more mushrooms. At the very least, I'm getting rations. Stuff to aid myself in battle. Whenever we get to battle. We're supposed to be finding paint. Enchanted paint. Oh. Maybe right here? This looks like something.
We have found the worm's lair.
Oh, wait, hold up. We're gonna be opening up a portal, isn't
He
it?
has strange tastes.
Ignore them. Find the paint.
We're gonna end up going ahead and like opening up a portal, and then we have an invasion on the center. And this is gonna be Ragnarok, isn't it? Or something like that. Inscribed with
Those
something.
runes. I know them. The builder's supplies must be hidden behind this door. Loki, give me a hand.
Coming. Wait. Shapeshifters.
More deception. The builder will suffer for this.
Yep.
The blood-tongue rages.
Why is Loki being so weak?
Now let's smash that door.
Hold, Loki. We need to talk.
Speak with me. Speak with me. This is a trap. Finishing it is a trap.
What is it, Harvey?
Loki, did you know this builder before we met him at Heimdall's tower?
Did I know him? As in friends? Or know of him?
Did you invite him here?
I did, yes. He rescued my son from Jotunheim, so I agreed to bring him here and help him find work. That's all.
Make this right, Loki, or the blood oath that binds me is forfeit. For you and your son, is that clear?
As a cloudless sky, High One.
I still think it's gonna be a bad idea. I think he's gonna rain a frickin' invasion.
Oh dear,
Go ahead. I'll watch your back.
that's cold comfort. A quiet crossing might be best.
Cold comfort. Fun. Can I assassinate the deer? If I even knew where the deer stands. Come on.
Enemy's blood.
Just Can't see crap. Flashing all over the place. It's invincibility whenever they go ahead and transform. Seriously. Oh, she's dead. Alright, cool. Anyway, I want to reap my rewards first. So, here's an entrance. This was the first thing I saw that I wanted. Tear stone. There it is.
I have the paint.
Then let us fade like shadows in the light.
They're all the same types. It's all identical. I reckon this isn't actually enchanted paint. I just reckon it's normal paint. Watch it also be like there's a 1 in 3 chance that you choose like the right.
It appears we've underestimated him.
On your advice, find some way to hinder his efforts, or I will offer you as his price.
I live to serve, Raven Feeder.
We're gonna build a teleportation tower. Gonna go ahead and get me killed. Do 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 do.
Stay right there, Builder. We're not finished with you.
You survived my trap. How disappointing.
Invaders from Jotunheim. We slaughtered them all. Buri's ballsack. Can I kill him now? We do not need this honor cheat. We will complete the tower ourselves.
My Hugr makes it work. I am bound to it through the magic of your realm.
You perverted our sacred waters. We have every reason to kill you.
Well reasoned. They should call you the god of hindsight, all-knowing after the fact.
I will finish the inscription. Builder, you stay with me. You others go.
Elhaz, for protection.
I still think it's a frickin' teleporter. Why else would the frickin' center of it be so huge?
You godless worm, slayer of my kin, oath breaker, spirit taker. I didn't build this tower to keep your enemies out. I built it to keep you in. You thought you could slay my people without punishment or prize? You and your slab-headed son?
I'm a
Their
frickin'
lives were the
smarty.
price of their arrogance.
Except I didn't correctly get it right. I missed. I'm still missing.
His head is
Come on, just slam.
How do I reach it?
You are a slow poke. I'm not liking this whatsoever.
I could get a better shot at his head from above.
Dude keeps talking about going up and then shooting his head. Like, mate, that's not gonna work. How the hell am I supposed to get his weak point if his face is in front of his weak point? Slam on me. Oh, I'm supposed to shoot him before I fall down? Man, I didn't even fire a shot. Oh, I don't have ammo. How the hell was I supposed to know the fact that that thing launches me upward? Horrible effect. Come on. There we go. Boss phase 2. And it turns into a teleporter.
You shape the 9 worlds, but you do not control them.
Control them? I only wish to survive them.
It's still kind of bullcrap. Use. No. The AoE is bullcrap. I dodged. You could see that I was outside of the line that his AoE would affect me. I wouldn't have died. Anyway, back to, like, square one? I don't know. Step 1. Do we continue from the first phase, or do we, like, continue from the second? We just restart the battle, or... I'm kind of curious now. The hell do we start?
You thought you could without punishment or prize? You and your slab had it.
Good checkpoint system.
The price of
Great
their
checkpoint
arrogance.
system.
His head is exposed. How wretched.
Come on. His stomp is such a horrible attack. It's such a horrible balance. Like, seriously.
I could get a better shot.
Can I? How to say? How to say? No? No, how to say? I'm gonna save game right now. No, that's upsetting. Also, sound effects are very wonky right now. This might be the game that I might not finish. It's just leading down the same path that the frickin' Star Wars. What was it? It's not Star Wars Survivor. Star Wars Fallen Order. It's like, I was having fun at the start. Now, not so much. Now all I want to do is just fast track right on through it.
You and your slab had it, son.
Their lives were the price of their arrogance.
I swear,
His
it's
head is exposed. Wretched.
really stupid on that stomping bit. Like, there I dodged it, but I wasn't even freaking that... I wasn't that far. I'm literally... He's stomping and doing it. And I'm taking no damage, and I'm in the exact same place. Got him. Salts are pretty petty.
Better show yourself.
Nope. Take you down and leave that second stun for the face too. I don't get his attack. There we go. Oh my god, look at it! It doesn't even penetrate him, it's just on his head. It's like a hat.
You shape the 9 worlds, but you do not control them.
Control them? I only wish to survive them.
Alright, rations. Up we go. Got him. What? Oh crap.
Almost.
No. You can't stop me away. I'm gonna beat you inside your own trap.
Your boat will form the cornerstone of a new world ruled by Yoda.
Wait a sec, hold up. He's still hitting me and I'm dodging.
There's no turning back the seasons.
If our doom is assured, I will ensure that you share it.
I'm just missing that one. Yeah, you're at a distance. Take that. I'm gonna heal before he kills me. Die. My stomp attack still. It's quite bullcrap. I dodged through it, and then I don't dodge.
And his magic dies with him. Does that worry you, trickster?
What are you implying?
Were you behind this? You dishonorable truth-tangler.
What do you know of honor, Freya? You've bedded more men than all the halls in Midgard.
You're a fine one to talk of sexual appetites. You fathered a wolf cub.
I'll not hear a lecture from the Lord of Petty Rules, who stiffens at the thought of laying down the law. And before you threaten to brandish your hammer, Thor, remember, without it, you'd be no better than a troll. Only twice as stupid.
Oh! You festering ballsack swollen with the foulest drippings of Ymir's corpse. No oath is worth this abuse.
But you won't break it, Harvey. You cannot. All your efforts to evade destiny will only fling you further along its course. If you're not careful, you may be the author of your own destruction.
Leave him. He will do little harm while his son remains captive.
A mouthful of iron would put a stop to his babbling.
What now, wise one? We have returned to the place from which we set out. Ragnarok is coming, and we are no safer.
There may be a solution in Jotunheim. Hugger magic, they call it. I will travel there to see it for myself. Until I have the final binding, Loki's son must not leave that island. In time, it shall serve as a sanctuary for all wolves.
I will watch over him, as one of my own kin.
Then I'll leave the realm in your capable hands, my queen. If my own are empty when I return, I will accept destiny with both.
Now do we wake up? Nope. I mean, probably have to leave to wake up. There's arrows inside. Well, to be fair, that is an arena. Wait, no, this is outside of the arena, isn't it? Because this entire circle area is where we fought. I don't even know anymore. I'm broken at this point. It broke me. I'm dead. I'm dead. Dead B2. Alright. Where are we going? Alright, we're going to the tower. I want to wake up, but that doesn't do me any good if it's not gonna go ahead and take me there. Oh, I can help. He is here. Grab a drink of water again. I'm going to run out of water very soon. It is very warm in here. I don't know why I was like talking a weird way. It is very warm in here. And every single time, I don't know how, but we always spawn facing this direction with his foot hovering over. We don't face this direction. Face this direction. What did I oversight? What's this on the ground? Is that just like gold pebbles? Just gold nuggets lying on the ground? I kind of want to say, ooh, can I sit on a throne? Oh, I can't sit on the throne! Come on, come on. I can at least stand on a throne and pretend I'm sitting. Come on. Come on. Let me on there. There we go. There we go. Good enough. There's my thumbnail. Me standing on the throne. Oh hell, actually that speeds up the process of making a thumbnail because I've already got I've got a plan to do. I've got a plan of a thing that I drew already. Oh, this is gonna be a beautiful thumbnail. Oh, it's gonna be excellent. Oh, this video is gonna have a beauty of a thumbnail. It's also gonna be very, very quick to make in comparison to the other thumbnails. I mean, some thumbnails were actually quick to make, but this is gonna be actually quick. It's gonna take like no time at all because all I have to do is place one and just make the background. Scare all of them, they're jumping. Ooh, I'm so scary. Ooh, fear me. I'm the man that can jump. Kinda wish this was a bit more of a rainbow. Just so someone could go ahead and make the joke that this is Rainbow Road. And have them run from one side to the other at like a super sped up video and play like Rainbow Road music. I don't know what the Rainbow Road music actually goes to, but still. I mean, you could also probably do a Coconut Mall. You've been Coconut Mall. That old frickin' meme. It's not that old. Still. It's an older meme than what people are producing at this point. Walking on up. Got 50 more meters. Is the door still shut? I'm gonna find Loki trying to open the door. Bruh! The last time this thing was opening, like, opened and such, we had, like, all of the frickin' place being frickin' invaded. Ever so slightly look down and there's nothing. Look up. Poof. All the snow. Poof. All of it's gone. Poof. Well, it's got to be like somewhere up there is like the actual viewpoint thing. Means No? Okay, I guess not. Alright, time to leave it. The big finish. Am I going in? Or am I just gonna stand in the freaking doorway just letting all the cold air out? Or cold air in? This might be the same way that I wake up and, like, enter back in. Don't get to see this part of the journey. Or maybe watch this be like a fast travel. Or not fast travel, time travel. Oh, hey, look, we're back in the skies again. I made the TARDIS joke beforehand. Ooh, what if I did... Oh. Oh, that's one. That's definitely one. Actually, no. I was going to go ahead and refer back to Bayonetta again, but it's like... I don't know. Like, restrictions are restrictions, and I don't know. I don't know how that is perceived on Twitch and YouTube anymore. Because you definitely know that back then is different from now. Because back then you could go ahead, throw a pancake at someone, or not pancake, a frickin' pie at someone's face, and that'd be just funny. And nowadays, it's like you throw a pie at someone's face, and, well, that's probably against terms of service at that point. Falling under the frickin' crude definition of, like, frickin' violence. But who the hell knows? Also, why is it subtly turning into frickin' Hogwarts? And, like, those, like, dark sections. The Darkwood sections of Hogwarts. You know? The one where Harry Potter goes out, and he goes to, like, this big pond area. And he's been warned about, like, these phantom ghost things. And he was, like, trying to get a spell to actually go ahead and prevent them from, like, taking a soul. But he always failed the spell, but he went out anyway. And then he had, like, a face-to-face with one of the phantom things. And he couldn't do, like, the expecto patroniosis or whatever the crap it's called. And then there's, like, a time travel weird thingamacure where his, like, future self has to save his past self. And it's, like, all this mystical stuff that I just did not understand when I watched the movie for, like, the first time. And then the sequential movies. Good movie. Didn't understand a single bit of it, but liked it. I feel like that's how, frickin', like, game journalist and movie journalist and all of that stuff kind of works. It's like you watch it, and if you get any sort of subtle enjoyment, it's positive. Like, any sort. Anyway, we woke up. We have awoken.
Welcome back. Your face is bright, and your eyes seem clearer. Tell me of everything you have seen.
I have been to Asgard, the seat of the gods.
Saw through Odin's eyes. Consorted with Loki. I heard the start of Ragnarok. I'd say a bit.
I heard a prophecy, warning of Ragnarok, the destruction of the world, the end of all time. And the Nornir, he warned me of the great wolf Fenrir, and how he hungered for my blood. But there was something else. Hope. I was undaunted by the coming cataclysm.
Perhaps this aspect of your vision inspires bravery. Truly, you are touched by the gods. Was there more?
Saw
I
through the
saw
eyes of
through
Odin.
Odin's eyes, just as you said. In every vision, I inhabited his form, lived as he once lived. In his body, I was myself. But I was carried by his whims. His thoughts were as known to me as my own. We were two, but we existed as one.
And what have you learned?
More than learned, I felt. I felt everything. His fears and doubts, his loves and passions.
Incredible. What else?
I consorted
Consorted.
with Loki, the trickster. We quarreled often, as siblings. But soon our fights grew dark. When he revealed he had sired a wolf cub, my rage was unbound.
Because he had hid the truth from you?
Yes, because he knew that wolves were not allowed in Asgard. He flaunted my command.
Perhaps this was the purpose of your vision. To overcome an inner fear and find forgiveness in your heart.
Maybe. Before my vision ended, I was seized by great purpose. I devised a plan, a voyage to Jotunheim. And then, I awoke.
Interesting. Was there anything else?
Nope. Yes, let me just restate one of the two options that I've already said. Hell, let me repeat my own, like, last option that I previously just said.
There was nothing more. Nothing of great significance. The dream is faded.
Eivor, your visions are unlike any I have encountered. Leave me now. I must think on what you have shared.
Fair enough, I did go through, like, a whole entire LSD trip. As, like, a god or something like that. Well, to be fair, I was getting absolutely annihilated, but still. I was still a god nonetheless. Also, it's raining! Also, it is a model specifically for playing around in Asgard. Well, at least I got XP for being in Asgard. Put up. Wife, Atlas... No, I cannot. Oh. There's stuff in skills. I was actually opening up my pause menu for skills. I'm actually sure when I looked at it. So this, right? Last chance alien. Yes. Give it to me. Give. Alright, now we'll actually get to see if this is useful or not. Because we sure as hell know the fact that I keep dying just because of the fact that they like 1 to 2 shot me. Out of loop. What is this thing? You know what? I might actually just start going for like these auto loot stuff. Oh, actually. Speak of the devil, that's like what? 1, 2, maybe 1 more, and then so could be like 2 to 3. But still, doesn't seem like it's too far away. Nice. Anyway, this isn't the end. We still have more stuff to do. Ravenstrope. Oh, go deeper. You know what? Let's do this bit. Let's do some of these. Because the suggested power level is 20. And, I haven't exactly reached power level 70. I mean, scratch that, we did reach power level 75. But you get what I mean. The things are going to be overly easy. Anyway. Let's go ahead and collect plans for the next battle. Hate that.
Eivor, hey!
What? Up. What do you want? You speaking? No? Alright. You're just talking about hay. Alright. First and foremost, why the hell is it so far away? And secondly, curse you. Why do you have to be so far away? I thought this was meant to be easy. It's under a power level 20. Am I just supposed to dip on in and do like a freaking... Well, the thing that I usually do? Go running around like a maniac, dodging every single thing? God, I'm just repeating myself when playing Genjin at this point. In context, I played Genjin, and I immediately wanted to go ahead and play with my sister, but in order to play with other people, you had to get Adventure rank 16, or was it 16? Or is it 26? I don't know. You had to get a frickin' Adventure rank, and the only way to actually upgrade it was going ahead and exploring the world. So my dumb butt decided, alright, let's go. We ain't gonna stop. We're going full green lights ahead. And so I just started exploring. I got all the fast travel points that I could. So now I have, like, a good portion of Genjin explored. And yes, I did get, like, Adventure level 16 or something like that. I'm like, Adventure level 20-something? I don't remember. I only did, like, one world advancement or whatever. I should probably continue going ahead and playing it. I had played it recently, but that was just to get, like, another adventurer or character or whatever. And then I got more characters, but unfortunately, I just don't have this reason to play it right now. Don't have an interest for it. Just jump down at this point. It's taking a freaking long time going ahead and just looking down. Are these boats? Can I take one of these? No, those are rocks. Boats over there. Take a boat, ride on over. You know. Start singing 99 bottles of beer on the wall. Have some fun. I'm actually kind of curious now. I don't think it is, but I don't think 99 bottles of beer on the wall is actually copyright. Huh. I think it's fair use. It's like in the same realm as Happy Birthday. Or it's like, it's so commonly used, and like there's no real direct claim of who first sang it. I don't know. I probably couldn't finish 99 bottles of beer on the wall before we actually reach it. You know what? Let's try. 99 bottles of beer on the wall, 99 bottles of beer. You take one down, you pass it around. 98 bottles of beer on the wall, 98 bottles of beer on the wall, 98 bottles of beer. You take one down, you smash it on the ground. 97 bottles of beer on the wall, 97 bottles of beer on the wall, 97 bottles of beer. You take one down, you pass it around. 98. 6 bottles of beer on the wall, 96 bottles of beer on the wall, 96 bottles of beer. You take one down, you pass it around. 95 bottles of beer on the wall, 95 bottles of beer on the wall, 95 bottles of beer. You take one down, toss it over the crowd. 94 bottles of beer on the wall, 94 bottles of beer on the wall, 94 bottles of beer. You take one down, it's apparently pop, and apparently 5 of the things were actually pop on the wall. 93 poppin' beer on the wall, 93 bottles of poppin' beer. You take one down, you chuck it, and around 92 bottles of beer and pop on the wall, 92 bottles of beer and pop on the wall, 92 bottles of beer and pop on the wall. You take one down, apparently they were actually beer, just carbonated beer. 91 bottles of beer on the wall, 91 bottles of beer on the wall, 91 bottles of beer. You take one down, you shove it into the ground. 90 bottles of beer on the wall, 90 bottles of beer on the wall, 90 bottles of beer. You take one down, you empty it until someone frowns. And 89 bottles of beer on the wall, 89 bottles of beer on the wall, 89 bottles of beer. You're probably drunk, should go home at this point. But for some odd reason now, there's 88 bottles of beer on the wall. 88 bottles of beer on the wall, 88 bottles of beer. You take one down, you pop the cap and there's nothing inside. It's a fraud and there's now 97 bottles of beer on the wall. 97 bottles of beer on the wall, and 97 bottles of beer. On brains of goldfish, but you take one down, you pass it around. 90. And 6 bottles of beer on the wall. Wait. 98? 97. I don't know. Still, I'm not even halfway done, and we are already here on land. Good enough. Alright, yep. It takes longer than I expected to go ahead and sing 99 bottles of beer on the wall. I mean, I didn't do half bad. I was just singing it and just adding random crap to it. Like, I did just throw random stuff into the lyrics to make it entertaining rather than just singing 99 bottles of beer on the wall. Take one down, pass it around, and then 98. Didn't really just go with that all the way through.
I must be careful now.
I must be careful now. Bull crap, I'm just gonna go ahead and run on in. Oh, must be careful now. Flavors are in sent north. Hidden inside cave. Oh, where's the entrance to the cave? That's the real question. Is it gonna show me where to synchronize now? Ah, yes. Alright, we'll synchronize. It'll go ahead and show us the map. And from there forth, we'll be able to find the way in. And we'll collect the plants. And we'll see if we're done with, like, the stream. That's all the time we have. But, I don't know. No one truly knows. Who knows, maybe we'll just get up to the frickin' area. We'll synchronize, and then stream's just over. No, we're too close. Going deeper. Makes me wonder if we're gonna go ahead and end up playing inside the actual, like, place that Odin's going ahead and, like, digging around in. Or if we're just gonna go ahead and return back to Isengard. 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 I don't know. Synchronize! Watch the cave entrance be, like, right under me. Cool. However, probably shouldn't just extend it backwards and just look at this direction. I see no entrance. Not really see how much of the map we have uncovered. Clearly not enough of the map to really reveal where we're supposed to go. That's kind of misfortunate. Running around. Running around like a stupid maniac. Because that's what I am. Goddamn maniac running around at the freaking speed of light. Supersonic sound. I don't know. Also, what is this music in the background? It's like, whoa, it's so amazing, and it's just like, eh. It's me being a goofball. Meanwhile, this freaking music in the background, trying to calm everything down and be like a happy, relaxing bit. It's like, nah, that doesn't. We don't do that around here. We go ahead. It's excitement, or not at all. I mean, there is calm moments, but still. I prefer not to have calm moments. I prefer to have balls to the wall excitement, because that's where all the activity actually is. And all the entertainment. Can I enter here? Come on. No? Can't break through the wall? Gotta find the door. Can't be the Kool-Aid man and just go like, oh yeah, right through the wall. Oh! It just went boom, boom, boom. Oh my god, that was horrid. Oh. Oh, I missed. Wait. It went through the floor! Damn, I throw fast. Alright. Down the steps. Let's go. I can break this with torch. Torch powers, go! Alright, cool. Underground. In a very, very, like, strict area. Oh, challenge. Only the one balanced in their motions, agile in their moves, careful in their decisions, and smart in their choices will be able to pass the Cavern of Trials. Looks like we have to turn around, boys and girls. I'm not smart. But then again, I'm not smart. Alright, cool. Door's locked. Easy. Just lockpick. Duh. Just jam something metal in it. Scrape by it. And, you know. Unlock it. God, I wish that was as easy as it literally sounds. Well, then again, there's a reason why we have locksmiths. Oh, hello. No? Got it. Alright, well, there's trial 1, I guess. What now?
I should get this to Valka.
Fireweed. Where else do I go? I mean, I guess we go this way? It's not here. Free metal. Alright, cool. More of this.
Use this.
Janky camera. This another thing that we're looking for? Yeah.
Planned for the vulva.
More of it. I fall down there and I die. I'm saying that right now. I fall down there, I die. I just realized how impressive, like, walking on ropes and such are. Because let's be honest. Like, no rope would be that, like, frickin', like, not wobbly. No. I found flipping. But yeah, no rope would have this much, like, this rope would be really wobbly, is what I'm trying to say. Like, it would be really wobbly. Especially for how much it looks like there's no tension. Walk up the thing. Thank you. Jeez. Like, there is... Can I go down here? No? There's just a ploy. There's just a ploy to go ahead and make me fall down there. Ah, bastards. Yeah, there's like no way of going ahead and like walking on a rope with like that little amount of tension and have it still be perfectly stable and perfectly still. Unless you're a really skilled person that can walk on rope. Tightrope walker.
Let's get you to Valka.
Grab all the loot. All the loot. Leave this cave I don't know. Unfilled. I don't know. Just pillage everything. Alright, where are we? Oh well. Can I land on that thing? Yes, I can. Well, if I was to go ahead and make an estimation, this person's either dead, because hell if anyone's gonna actually walk, like, jump and be able to land on this like that. Or two, I don't know. I was going to say something else, but I really don't. The person's probably dead. It is a video game. I shouldn't be blabbering away about it. Actually, I feel like that goes back. What's this way? Ah, yes, more loot. Give me like more copper or something like that. Good. No? Sign? Alright. Come on, walk up. Oh, hello. Where are you? Oh, I get to move you. Shuffling around. Exploring this entire cave. I'm the king of caves. Oh, scary, scary. I'm the king of caves. Fear me. I don't know why you would want to fear me. I'm a literal lemon, though. Damn, how big is this? Seriously, I've still have yet to find a room that I have not re-explored. Or, not re-explored. I still have yet to find a room that, like... Okay, bullcrap, you can clamber onto that thing and spin around. That's bullcrap. Yeah. I still have yet to find the exact same room that I had. Without backtracking right onto myself. Can I go that way? Probably not. Probably go that way from here. Yeah. Oh wait, but there was a ladder right there. Oh, hello. Key of dexterity. Wait, so what was the previous key? I don't know. Actually, wait, I could just check my inventory. That should be like the key of smarts. Alright, we got the key of agility, key of dexterity. Got like, what? Key of intelligence next? Or something like that? I don't know. Key of intelligence and nimbleness. More! More! Get some more iron! We need it! I kinda don't feel like there's anything else in this room. Yeah, I'm just gonna backtrack now. Come on. Just jump to the ladder! You can't just jump straight up. Grab onto, like, the ladder, and then go. You've got to do, like, this really freaking horizontal... I had to do, like, a horizontal thing. I was, like, really confused for a second. Why? Come on. Is this not an extended ladder? Am I... Not the reason why... Really? You're not climbing it because of that reason? Oh, that's petty. Man, I would absolutely climb the ladder. That isn't extended all the way. I would totally do that. I'd be that dumb. Be getting my fingers sliced up. Oh, hello. Ooh. Oh, my hand is full. Be absolutely getting my fingers sliced up. Be losing not only my fingers, the entire glove as well. Be all ripped to shed, like shreds and such. Shreds and shreds. Oh. Good. Spelling mistakes. Can I jump over to that? Yes, I can, apparently. There's iron and such down there. Alright. This is not what I wanted. Heading straight forward. And now we're back here, aren't we? Yes, no... Here, let's just go down there then. I guess. I don't know. There's easy steps here. Watch me like the key is the key of smarts is like down one in here. At this point, I'm also trying to find where the hell I'm naturally supposed to go in this cave. Because I'm making circles right now. Alright. So from here, we jumped over. And we explored that way. And then this way, maybe? Oh, I didn't jump, apparently. I just walked right off. Come on, climb up. I'm now up. Jump. No, just cramped spot. I did not do that. I literally held forward. Held forward. You weren't... God. How bad can the parkour be? How? We moved that rock. We don't need to worry about that anymore. So we're back through here. Now we've done that path. That just leaps like craps all around. Go this way. Alright. Go straight! Please and thank you. Just go straight. My God. You don't need to clamber everywhere. And I don't need to go this way because I've already went here. Oh my goodness grief. I just needed to go straight. Climb up this thing. Just get to the tippy top. Get to the tippy top. From there, we'll have another path. Go straight up. From there, we'll have another path. And we'll be able to do more of this stuff. Alright. But look around. Alright, so that's where we were. That's where we went. So is that where we need to go next? We go here, we go here. We went to this area. And then we went into there. I don't think we actually went out to explore this area. No, because I was talking about tension over here. What's that over there? Is that like a crack in the wall that I can walk through? That is. That is the... Yeah, because it came out here. Okay, so I come out here. That's a loop. Down there is the one area. So I guess we descend? Descend further, maybe? Don't climb. Descend further. And maybe there's an entrance down here? Ah, yes. That's not a loop. I didn't care enough to like the loop. No, alright. No, there's nothing down here. Alright, I'm through here. Find the key to the door. Well, I've got multiple keys. Also, you could see through the wall. Oh my god! Oh my god! I'm just janked with physics. Just pull. Am I supposed to, like, shoot something? Let me throw that away. Oh, fuck. Can't break those things, can I? No. It's in the way for a reason, isn't it? Go around it. Up this way. And here we are. Then we have this. I want to go. Oh! We can't. We can shoot these down. I'm gonna shoot both of them down. Hell yeah! It wasn't showing any, like, red or anything of that nature, so I just kind of assumed the fact that I couldn't shoot it down. And then we're supposed to supposedly go ahead and shoot this thing down, go up it. Yeah, I might have cheesed this already, because I think I would not be, like, meant to be able to get up to here. Oh, what's that? Take a torch. I'll take my torch. Thank you. Alright, so up here. And then we got this one. Okay, so the room for this is definitely done. This room is definitely not. You know that. Go up here. What? Climb up and over, please. Thank you. Yes. Up we go. The torch. Right, now we have to have reason. So, did we actually find anything in here? Because I know I moved that thing. Right, this is the one where we did that impossible leap down. Alright, so we have not only the one bit below, not only this one. So that only, like, leads one area left. That's up here. I'm a big brain think. I'm amazing. Alright. So we go over here. And here's our jungle gem. We go ahead, we just pass on through. Continue walking through. And we went all the way over to about here. Ah, have to climb. And then over here. And there it is. Oh. Reflect it. Not? Alright. Thanks, game. I was not totally trying to get to the freaking goddamn rope. Seriously. I want to go straight, and it doesn't go straight. Oh no, I'm having to deal with, like, the tech. Why is the game running at, like, 15 frames? Why? Why? Game. Work with me. Bastard. Stop going onto the wall! Stay the fuck off the wall! Ivor, stay off the wall! I mispronounce your name until you, like, stay off the wall. Or at the very least, climb up correctly. Climb up. Climb up. Come on. Keep climbing. Keep climbing, motherfucker. Keep climbing. Keep climbing. You ain't done yet, bitch. Keep climbing. Keep climbing. There we go. Alright, now drop down to the rope. There we go. Oh my goodness grief. Motherfucker just did not want to do what I wanted it to. Controls. They still suck. I mean, it works better than like Assassin's Creed Unity, but they still are trash, in my opinion. Alright, got it. Balance. Alright. Goodness grief. I'm literally about to run out of time before I even finish this. Can we get up this thing? Up, over. Do. And then maybe there's a key back here. Huh? No, it's just the key over to the door, and then we go through. Wait, where's that note actually? Hold on. That's gonna tell us. Isn't it? Before this. I'm gonna make this stream slightly longer if I need to. Alright, balanced, agile, careful, which is such. So we're just missing smart. Just missing smart. Unless like this first bit counted for one. We're missing smart. Which is honestly fair enough. Not smart whatsoever. Up, down. That's all it is. Just descent at this point. It's a horrible descent. Oh, the freaking mouth. I swear there would be like a key over here. Like, it's just dark. It's just here. Okay, well I have that one. Alright, let's go. I have this one. Alright. And then we have this one. There's gotta be a trap, right? It's gotta be a trap. Makes no sense for it to be normal.
Al-Qadisiyah will want this.
Alright, let's keep going further because that's gotta be a trap. Oh hey, an opal. The fuck? I'm sliding down the stairs! I'd be breaking my back! I'd be doing one of those child things, just sliding down the stairs. Come on. Pull it out. Pull! Pull! I guess. Oh wait, there's nothing there. Oh! Oh, what the hell? I guess we just jump. And then I'll just put this over just so I can get back. I'm freaking strong. Look at me. I got the muscles. The muscles go for days. Oh. Oh. Alright, well, guess no turning back now. That lost treasure's lost treasure. Shuffling. And, this way. Which we need another. Fun. Here's our strength being built up. Fun. So here's a real question. Aren't, like, stalagmites really, really fragile, along with stalactites? Like, if anything, just chip them off. It's just limestone. Hell, you can just use battle axe. Float nigher. Or it looked like it for a moment. Yeah, just use your freaking axe, just slam it. Just wham. That'll be dangerous because there's a point on the end, but you thought I wouldn't catch that? Ain't no way I wouldn't catch that thing. Right there. Right there. Freaking. But yeah, wouldn't these just be able to, like, crumble really easily? Like, after all, it's just dripstone. I need to find a key. Need to find a key for it. Well, where could the key be? Do I just backtrack? Maybe it's on a, like, no. That's not meant to happen. That was not meant to happen. Push this forward. You know, as close as I can. And, we'll just drag this away. Now the question is, where do I go from here? Is it that thing's that? Should be able to jump this, right? Just clip through it. Come on, I did it once. I did it once for one thing. I can't do it again. Oh. Alright, well. Gotta backtrack. Alright, can I do it with this one? No. There is something down here. I saw like a dot. How? Why does the game lag so heavily from here? It's like rendering all of the stalactites or something. Oh, you know what it probably could be? They probably didn't optimize this area as in, like, much as others. Mainly because just every stalactite's probably like an asset. So it has to get loaded. And we keep crossing between chunks. And so it's like loading in one chunks and then immediately going over to the other chunks because they didn't put like a proper like segregation area thing between chunks. Oh, here we go. Strategy is needed to find the fair mates game. Follow in footsteps of night. Your path to set in stone. Okay, I gotta know. Booby trap. Come on. Everyone's curious. Booby trap. So at least get the booby trap and then finish the puzzle. Booby trap, finish the puzzle, end the stream. You're gonna die! Huh. It wasn't booby trapped? Oh. I'm kinda disappointed. I'll just make, like, the puzzle unsolvable at this point. Just like, fool! You just went ahead and trapped yourself in this cave! Your save file is now doomed. Right, set in stone. Well, move like a knight, which a knight does L-shaped moves. So here's one L-shaped move. Because that's the way a knight moves on the chessboard. Oh my god! Frames! Frames! Alright, there. How do we move? 1 forward and 2 over. Come on, pull back. Thank you. I really wish they actually added in the ability to just slide this diagonally, like seriously. It's such frustrating gameplay to try and frickin' not do diagonals with a controller. It's really infuriating. Alright. Let me up. We get up. Go forward. And then we turn. Which leads us somewhere over here. And we can't go through because we need a key. Oh. Key of wits. Whatever this is. Oh, an artifact. Artifact goes ahead and gives me a single frickin' point. And we've just considered. Just. Come on. We got a skill point, we got a frickin' artifact, and we completed the trial. Another opal. Ah, fun. Well, grab all of this and we'll end the stream here. Because that's all the time I got. Alright. Do we want to be looking at the cave? I kind of want to end it on this, like, green. What are you guys doing? Are you guys enemies? No. Alright, cool. Anyway. That's all for today. That's all for this stream. Alright, let's just use the common frickin' end stream. Ugh. Sorry. You gotta stretch. Alright. Gotta stretch before we end the stream. You know how hard this is to read the teleprompt thing for the end of the stream. Anyway. That's all for this time. Or all the time we have for this stream. Whether you followed, chatted, or just vibed, I appreciate you sticking around. And if you're feeling extra generous or interested in seeing more, you can check out my YouTube channel at youtube.com/@LemonBeanXD, where you have all of the pleasures of viewing my VODs and their goofy little thumbnails. If you also have a game that you wish to see me play, then feel free to just throw it my way through the comments or suggestion box. With all that out of the way, though, I hope you enjoyed the stream, and have a wonderful day. Goodbye! I am the king of caves!